What's up, everybody? It's Spectral, and today is going to be something different. Something I want to talk about. It's Netflix horror shows, and lately I've been watching the new series, the Guillermo Del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities, and I want to kind of like break that down. So, not break down, but like give my opinion on it so far. I'm on episode 8. And I'm going to talk about the other episodes. So, spoilers for that. So, this is your spoiler warning for it. Episode 1, it starts with a man. He's from he appears to be like a war veteran, and he buys a storage unit, and he's trying to get money for anything because he's in debt. And eventually this Latina woman, she comes and she's the owner because they accidentally sold her storage unit to him, and she wants it back, and the guy's like, tough loss, whatever. He finds a board, basically like a giant wooden wheel, which is like a spirit board, and inside it has 2 out of 3 books, if I'm remembering correctly. And this one guy who's into the supernatural is like, yo, I'll give you $300K for all of them if you can find that 3rd book. I'll do it. And then it goes into talks on how a person made a deal but tricked a demon, so they kept the form because if the contract was completed, the 3rd book would burn. I'm explaining it very badly. It was a good episode, and the one dude, he accidentally releases this monster that's hidden in a hidden room in the storage unit. And he's locked inside the building, and he keeps asking. The Latina woman appears, and she's looking at him. He's like, "Can you please open the door?" And she's like, and he's like, "Please, please," and he gets killed. My favorite so far, I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking with it because I could probably do individual episodes. And so far my favorite is called the autopsy. I believe it's the 3rd episode in this show is the autopsy, and basically a guy, he's infected with a creature. It's like an alien, basically, and he basically sets off an explosion in a mine, which kind of drains people of their blood. It's weird. So the sheriff who's investigating the whole case, he hires this medical examiner. I don't know a better term for it. So he starts doing autopsies. He cuts up the first person, does the incisions, does everything, and he's recording it while he's talking and examining them. So he'll push his foot down on the thing, and the first guy, he's like, this is pretty indicative of a explosion, except there's no shrapnel or anything like that. So then he cuts open the next dude. The next dude, he has a hole. Before he cuts him open, he notices that there's a hole that leads up to his heart. And it's he's been drained of all blood. His organs are completely raisins. They're dried up like that. And it cuts up with the next guy, and it's the same thing. And he goes to the dude who set off the bomb. All right, goes to that dude, and that dude gets up because he's still alive. The alien kind of like takes over. The person can still feel everything, so he basically like somehow overpowers the medical examiner, and he's basically going to switch bodies with him. Like he's gonna take out the alien in him and put it into the medical examiner because he needs a new host, otherwise he'll die. And so, this dude who can still feel everything, he can feel all of it. He can't speak. He can't like say what's happening. It's graphic. He cuts open himself, removes the rib cage, pulls out this like giant alien spear and like makes an incision to let the thing be able to crawl in. What we don't know is the thing does not see. He doesn't see at all. So the thing can't see. So he's like having a hard time getting into the medical examiner's body. The medical examiner, he's a smart man. He's also dying of cancer, which is kind of his high plot because it doesn't really matter all that much. So, he understands that he's not getting out of this. So he nicks himself right here, and he writes on his body, "Play the tape, burn my body." And then he takes a scalpel and he jams it into both of his ears, deafening himself. Then he jams it into he doesn't jam it into his eye afterwards. He does a slice here, and then he stabs out both of his eyes. So basically he made the body that the thing transferred into basically worthless. So he can't see, he can't hear, it's bleeding out, and the alien's like, "Whoa, well, when your friend gets here, because he doesn't know at the time, he's like, your friend's going to arrive soon, and when he does, we're going to attack him and drain him of his blood," shit like that. So yeah, that happens, but the ME is smart. He's wounded himself. He's become a terrible host, and the sheriff finds everything, and it ends with like a shot on the water, and it's the start of the medical examiner's tape being played. That is my favorite episode so far out of this Netflix show. So if you are interested, it's every episode opens up with Guillermo Del Toro. He talks about what you're going to expect. He opens up a cabinet, pulls out a thing that's related to the story, and tells you who's the director of the story. And it's a new story. There's multiple different kinds of stories. My second favorite's probably I think it's called Graveyard Rats. It's the second episode. I know that one. It's the second episode. That's my second favorite. It's pretty funny. Also, I'd recommend it. It seems pretty good, so I'll recommend it to you guys. Yeah. Sorry for all the movements. I'm shooting on my phone. It's the only thing I got. I don't got anything else to do this shit. But yeah. Peace. See you in the next one. If you like it, let me know if you want me to keep doing this. If there's a show you want me to cover or talk about, give my thoughts on. If you want more talks on the cabinet of curiosities, let me know. Peace.